Welcome to Urban Renaissance, a community of creators curated by my girl Sierra. Here's a small insight into the magic we create when we come together.
All up in the Nolaverse, all up in the Nolaverse. There's community and fashion, entertainment and play. What are we going to do today? All up in the Nolaverse.
Hello, magical misfits. It's your girl Nola Bunny, and welcome back to the Nolaverse. I'm coming to you live from Urban Renaissance Music and Arts Festival, taking place at the beautiful Williams Center in Rutherford, New Jersey. Let's go check out all the art, music, and vendors. You ready, Freddie? Ooh, Freddie's setting up.
Oh, you're filming?
Yeah. How you feeling, Sierra?
I feel great. Everybody set up.
Woo! Yay! The calm before the storm. Hey, hey! Got some pretty crystal necklaces.
Yeah. And we've got digital photography and mini electroculture poles for the garden.
Ooh!
Grow and also add a little bit of flair to your garden.
I love that. Hi, beautiful. Ooh! Look at this lion. I love all your glitter.
Thank you.
There's so much pizzazz at this table. The Lucky Charms. Stop. That's so clever. I love that. That took a lot of work to put all those on.
Sure did.
Another musician that writes inspirational messages led with heartfelt vocals, accompanied by punchy, organic bass, piano, and dry percussion. If you love music, I feel like you're about to deliver. So make some noise for Artists Emerge.
This is Artists Emerge. I got some songs for you.
This is my friend Scott Ivory. We met at an Urban Renaissance, was it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, remember that one.
Or was it actually, we met at Face Cadet's album release party?
That's what it was. Okay, yeah. I just remember Freddie being there, and I remember everybody loving what was going on.
How did you meet Sierra and Freddie and become a part of this community?
It was at an open mic at a place called Muse.
So many people that I have spoken to about this community have met Freddie at open mics, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I look over at my fiance Nikki, and she's just filming this guy rapping, and she's so into it. I'm just like, oh my God. And we were like, we need to be friends with this guy immediately. So we went up to him, and it's just been amazing ever since. They're such beautiful people. They have such amazing events, and we're just glad to be here.
Very easy to be friends with.
And then Freddie actually did help me with my debut Scott Ivory show.
That was the show that I also got to see. A very intimate, beautiful, beautiful show. You say debut of Scott Ivory, and right before we turned the camera on, you had said you've changed your name a few times. So Scott Ivory, using the Ivory, that's like a newer name.
Yeah, so I grew up with the last name Elfenbein, which clearly just is not an easy name to roll off the tongue.
Well, I love it because I love elves and mystical things. So to me, I think like, ooh, you're elfin. That's pretty groovy.
Yeah, and I stood in that elf for a long time. But actually, Elfenbein means ivory, elephant bones. So I just figured it'd be a nice, easy roll-off. It started as a stage name, and I'm actually legally changing my name to Scott Ivory.
I love that. So Ivory is going to become your official last name.
And my daughter, Harper Joan Ivory.
It just sounds iconic. Yeah. And you've been working a lot on your music and art in general. I know you have an album coming out, or you just recently put a lot on Spotify. Tell me about that project.
Under my other names, I had a lot of different music that I put together, a lot of one-man band stuff, and I just decided to get it all out there. As a creative, if I sit on all this stuff on my hard drive, it just stops me from making new music. It's like a block for me. So I just put out 2 albums on Spotify, got another 2 coming in the next week, and I'm doing this full time. My job just laid me off, thank God. Appreciate you. And I'm jumping into this full force, man.
This is music that you've had for years and years, and you've kind of just been sitting on it, and now it's time to let it out in the world.
Yep, just selfishly sitting on my art, not sharing it with the world. Yeah, for sure.
One of my favorite modern day musicians, Aurora. Have you ever heard of Aurora? Heard of. She said something along the lines of how you shouldn't hoard your art and how it's meant to be shared because you have a gift and you have to share it. So that's kind of what this is reminding me of. You kind of hoarded your art for such a long time, and now it's like, let me release it to the world.
Yeah, and I just feel like I was going, job to job and keeping all this stuff on my hard drive and not sharing it. And now that I'm sharing it, it just seems that the opportunities are just literally flowing into my lap.
And are you also writing a book?
I am writing a book, yeah. It's going to be called The Auspicious Adventures of an Adopted Little Boy.
Wow.
Kind of like Lord of the Rings vibes, like when you open it, like a nice brown leather cover. And it's going to tell my story of, adoption, depression, addiction, and that triumphant return that I made back home to myself.
Through all this life experience, the good, the bad, what's a message that you would like to share in honor of your daughter?
That it's okay to be yourself. You don't need to bring the performer. You don't need to bring what you think the world needs to see. Just bring yourself, and the right people will flock to you. That's what I've been dealing with my whole life, and I just feel so grateful to finally be coming on the other side of that now.
Yes, and you said you have recently left your job and you are doing this full time now. Do you have any plans, or are you kind of diving headfirst and letting life happen as it should?
Yeah, I'm just hanging back. I am not going back to another job working for some other rich idiot. I'm just going to work for myself. I got a bunch of gigs lined up and just going to go from there.
You are going to perform pretty soon after our dear friend Freddie, also known as Face Cadet. He's going to pump up the party, and then we are going to get you. I'm so excited to see what you have for us tonight. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
Give it up one time for Sierra, my wife. I just want to say I'm so proud of you for putting all this together, for messaging the vendors, for giving out the email, for being so detailed. Thank you, vendors, for being here, because without you, this wouldn't happen. Singers, rappers, bands, thank you. Thank you for just being under our banner and showing us love and showing us your creativity. I go by Face Cadet. We are Sabghetto!
From one relationship to another, and then it's sitting in your house and you're looking at it like, whoa, do you still love me without the game?
What's up, Nolaverse? My name is Neiv from Energy Vendors Emporium. I'm so excited to be here at Urban Renaissance. 2-3 years ago, I came to an event and I met my best friend. She encouraged me to continue making crafts. I wire wrap, I make medicine bags. I encourage you to be yourself.
Be yourself. That seems to be the message of this video. At Urban Renaissance, Sierra is nurturing a safe space for authenticity. This is only a small portion of all the incredible talent that she brought together for this beautiful event. If you're local to New Jersey, be sure to catch the next one and become a part of the community. But for now, subscribe to this channel and I'll introduce you to more underground entertainers you should know about. Till next time, my friends.